Hi, good afternoon. My name is Chef Lester Burnett. I'm a graduate of the Culinary Institute of America in Hyde Park, New York. Actually, I love cooking, and the reason why I'm doing this particular video today is to actually showcase my talent, which I would have to say would be creating something simple, but very yet elegant. Now today, in particularly, I was thinking of a 3-course meal, dinner in minutes, where the chef would do a 3-course meal for you in actually 10 minutes. Where you can take, if you're not a great cook, or if you're just a mediocre cook, or you just want to cook, it might take you a little longer if you try to do all 3 of them in 10 minutes. But the initial game plan is to actually work smart, keeping your mise en place, which means getting everything you need together to make your cooking a little bit more fun. Now in this saute pan, I added the toasted bagel, because you know, like I know, bagels are awfully delicious and very healthy for you. So I took the bagel, no fat. Okay, on this particular dish, no fat. I wanted to control my fat content, so I take the regular bagel, slice it right into my pan for my salad. Okay, now remember, I have my potatoes cooking to go along with my fresh garlic potatoes and herb potatoes to go along with my surf and turf dish. Okay, so with that in mind, I want to make the salad first because it's the first course. I have the longest thing cooking. Okay, now I come over to this here. Now I toasted my on both sides lightly. Okay, I want to take it and add it to my plate now. Okay, and in a matter of moments, I'll show you why I'm doing it that particular way. Because remember, I want my whole meal to come up in a matter of minutes. So now with that in mind, now I'll go here to the saute pan. I turn it up a little bit. I let the temperature come up just a little bit. I take my fresh herbs that I want to use. And in my case, since it's surf and turf dish, I'm using the herbs that I would like to use today. So a fresh dill. I like to use a little bit of fresh thyme. Okay. A little bit of green onion, one of my favorites. And fresh garlic. Fresh garlic cloves. Take those. Mix everything up nicely. Using your knife skills, the eagle claw, keep your hands bent back so you won't cut your fingers up. Now remember now, culinary is an art, so if you cut your fingers, okay, welcome to the real world. You sanitize your hand, put your band-aid back on, and go right back to work. Okay, now I take my chicken breast here. Of course, I seasoned it already. Add it right in. It is sizzling right off the beginning, right off the bat. Sizzling. That's why you make sure your saute pan is hot enough so you sear in your natural juices. Add that in here. Finish. Okay. Now I like to add my fresh vegetables to this. But I want to cook everything in this particular dish in the same pan. Now remember, this dish is cooking now. No fat. Nothing but flavor and nutrition here. And of course, a little bit of your wine. Okay? A little bit of seasoning, salt and pepper. Okay? Now I want to go over to and get my salad together. Okay? Now remember, you want to just keep everything as simple as possible without doing too much handling into your food, because you want to make your dishes as beautiful and as simple as you possibly can and as healthy and nutritious as possible. Okay? So that means you're going to have very less handling as possible, just enough to get what you need done. Okay? Now, in this particular dish, I chose to utilize the spinach right inside, and I like to take a little bit of my combination of my sauce. And remember, the entree is still cooking. I'm not rushing, I'm not panicking, I'm not talking to 101 people. I'm taking my time and cooking the meal. Exactly the same thing you're going to do while you're at home. Get it all together for your fiance or your significant other, or in my case, for my daughter, one of my biggest critics. Because it has to be right. Daddy's little girl, that's her philosophy. So we're going to stick with it. So I like to add the sauce to the bottom of the plate, my dressing to the bottom of my plate, just a little bit different opposed to just having the traditional classic salad dressing all over the place. I just wanted to have it a little bit right on the center of the plate. So I set that down to dressing. Now, quite naturally, cooking is all about what you and your guests like. Now, if you like another type of salad dressing, then you change it to what you like. But me, myself, in particular, me and the guests and my daughter would prefer it like this. Now, I like to add, only thing I did was I toasted bagel, stuck it through the center of the hole, my fresh spinach, radicchio, red leaf, spring mix, whatever you have that you want to utilize, that you want to use in your kitchen to get rid of, to keep it very fresh for your guests. Because basically that's all it is, really, is utilizing what you need to use at that time. And giving your guests a lot of the and the oopla that they like. Okay? Now, our particular guests and my daughter particularly go crazy with this particular dish because it is so light, it is so different, but yet it's nothing but bagels without the cream cheese. Which, once again, the only reason why I'm doing it that way is because I'm cutting down on the fat intake for my arteries or anyone else's arteries that's a little bit healthy conscious right now. The weather's changing, you want to get things that's light, flavorful, and very healthy. And quite naturally, very simple. And once again, the first course is bagels, spinach salad with fresh tomatoes, light hint of salt and pepper without any fat at all. Fat intake is 0. Okay? And at the same time, simple, but yet very elegant. Okay. Now, potatoes almost ready. Turn the fire up a little bit. Now, while that's getting ready, you're going to take your dessert. Now, the dessert is a little bit different here. I chose this because, once again, utilization. The baker made a mistake and cooked a little bit too much pound cakes for the order. So I took the moist pound cakes that he made and I wanted to do a little something different. For me and my guests, we made a pineapple slide cake is what it's called. And what that is fresh pineapples. Okay? We take it, pineapple rings, you peel it, you decore it, and you have the whole rings, right? You take the rings here and you slice those rings to your desired thickness. Now, potatoes are ready. I take those off. I go to the next step. Here, I add my butter, because I want a little tiny bit of butter for the desserts, just to add that little grandma silkiness to it. You add a little butter. Okay. Take your fresh pineapples, pineapple rings, add it to it. Okay. You take sugar, brown sugar, and granulated sugar. And you add it right in there. Don't be shy, because once again, there's nothing wrong with a little bit of sugar intake, not fat. Okay? So, take that. Entree almost ready. Dessert almost there. First course salad is already ready. You are on the road. Okay, this first course is the bagel salad, fat-free bagel salad with Caesar ranch dressing. Okay, it's a combination of the ranch dressing and Caesar that we made from scratch, put together. Fresh bagel toasted with fresh spinach, tomatoes, and salt and pepper, a little bit for flavor, and that's the fresh spinach. Simple. Second course, surf and turf with garlic mashed potatoes. Garlic mashed potatoes piped out with pan-seared chicken breasts with tiger shrimp. A medley of vegetables garnished with dandelion leaves. Very healthy, no fat at all. Now, the last but not least is the dessert. Now the dessert, you gotta have fun with the dessert. Okay? So if that's the case, I want to sauce paint my plate. You gotta have fun. What is dessert without fun? And chocolate. Okay? Fresh pound cake. Pineapple ring. Nicely. Fresh fruit. And sweated cinnamon, vanilla flavor. Oh my goodness. Delicious. Has the smell of the room smelling absolutely wonderful already. Then garnish with a little bit of fresh Simple, yet very elegant. This right here is our pineapple slide down cake. Enjoy your meal.